the show! Oh, come on, don't make me use this cheap theatrical trick. I said, welcome to the show! Well, you can't deny its effectiveness, can you? All right, I'm glad you're ready. I'm not quite ready. Let me do some warm-ups here. Hold on, didn't get a chance to do my vocal exercises. Red leather, yellow leather, bargain bin Bo Burnham, bargain bin Bo Burnham, bargain bin Bo Burnham. Self-awareness doesn't make it cool. Self-awareness doesn't make it cool. I drank too much alcohol last night. I drank too much alcohol, that's right. All right, I think I'm warm. Y'all ready? Y'all excited? My friends, I don't know if you've heard of our next opening act, but I think you're in for a treat. He is a young up-and-comer from the University of Michigan. He's a very funny, charming, charismatic fellow. Please put your hands together for the man that needs no introduction at all, Darren, Criss!
Hey everybody, what's going on? This is my SoHo Playhouse debut. Thank you very much. This is the only reason why I decided to do this. While I see a lot of phones up, this is going to be great. Something worth putting on the internet and not editing at all. So my name's Darren, and AJ asked me to come out beforehand and hopefully lighten the mood a little bit before we went down the deep dark road that is his musical self-reflection, because that can get very murky. I saw the show about 2 years ago. I was very proud of my friend AJ. I meant every word of my little quote that I said. He's one of the most talented people I know, and everything that he does makes me really upset. And he was saying downstairs that it's been hard. Ticket sales have been tough, but then again, it's a pandemic. And I couldn't help but think that's not why ticket sales are shitty. It's because you suck, and nobody actually likes you. Don't him. It'll just make him make more art. I'm kidding, of course. He won't make more art after this. I thank you guys for coming. I don't know what the deal is here. I think are you required to be vaccinated if you're here? All right, fuck yeah. So thank you for being vaccinated. And in so doing, supporting the performing arts. That's incredible. So thank you for coming out despite everything going on. So I guess I was gonna, tell some stories. I have some fun stories about AJ. There was a time once where I got really, really upset at AJ. But here's the secret. I was really, really upset at myself. And that's because it was yet another moment where I realized that I did not have the skill set that AJ Holmes had. And I threw a fit like a little child does when they realize they can't do something. And it was during me and my dick, actually. And he was very sweetly trying to understand his way around like these chords I'd written and trying to understand the form. And he's an excellent musical director, and that was something I had to kind of learn by fire, where I never considered myself a songwriter, and then all of a sudden I'm writing these songs and people were like, well, what note is that? And I'd be like, I don't fucking know. Figure it out. Hear the note, sing it. That's what everybody does, right? And the answer is no. That's just what I do. That's not very helpful. So it was somewhere around like the closing number, which was like something about like heaven on earth when Joey gets laid. And he was asking me the thing, and I got really mad at him in front of everybody. It was a very childish thing to do, and I was always sorry for that. But it was an educating moment for me because I realized that even in your early 20s, you can be a fucking baby, which I think every age is not necessarily impervious to. So yes, wisdom of the ages of me admitting that I too can be a jerk every now and then, but only when I get mad at myself. I think I'm chemically unable to be upset at other people. I only get really mad at myself, and then I take it out on other people like an enlightened person. So I thought I would tell you guys a story, maybe a joke, maybe a story, because I have like 15 minutes. We started, just a couple minutes ago? So What can I say? So I want to tell you guys a story about a rabbi. All right, I myself am a Gentile, but nobody's perfect. And I wanted to tell the story about this rabbi. He was a very learned man, for obvious reasons. He's a fucking rabbi. And he studied at university, and he was an anthropologist, sociologist, and liked studying ancient civilizations. And there was an ancient forgotten tribe in the forgotten hills of the deep recesses of the mountains of some place that I can't even pronounce. But the American way to pronounce this village is Tridia, and so the local villagers would be called the Trids. And it's an ancient civilization, and there was a legend about these villagers kind of dying off very slowly due to circumstances that were kind of supernatural. And he was really interested in the lore of this, and he was really interested in, obviously if there truly was any supernatural goings-ons in Tridia. So he goes down there and lives with the people, and he kind of puts together that they're saying that their villagers go up this mountain and they get launched off of the mountain and fall to their deaths. So the rabbi's like, what? That sounds kind of scary. Are people are people jumping? Are they getting pushed off by some other force? What's happening? So he goes up there and, has to weather the cold and doesn't have a lot of resources, but he's a rabbi, so he can withstand a lot more than regular human beings. That comes with the territory. For you rabbis, you know what I'm talking about. He goes up to the mountain, and he encounters in the deep dark caves of the mountains above Tridia, he encounters a big, scary, abominable snowman, and he witnesses the snowman take one of the Trids and kick him off the mountain to his eternal doom. Or just his doom. It wouldn't be eternal, just doom. But his eternal end. And the rabbi's like, oh shit, there's a fucking monster up here. I'm gonna get kicked off and die. What have I done? And so as he kind of freezes there and the monster looks at him and kind of walks up towards him, the rabbi freaks out and he's just like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, assuming, of course, that the monster maybe spoke English. Oh, great monster, please don't hurt me. I just was interested in the culture of the Tridian people, of the Trids. What's going to happen here? Are you going to kick me off the mountain? To which, of course, the monster said to him, silly rabbi, kicks her for Trids. So, this other story about this so there was a florist. There was this really talented florist in town. This old town was owned by a husband and wife duo that sold flowers in a town. And their flowers were fucking amazing. Everybody loved their flowers, the floral arrangements. But they basically ran shop in this entire town. They ran complete monopoly on any floral needs for the town. And life is going good, life is real prosperous, and all of a sudden these friars, a group of friars, I don't know, I'm trying to keep this as secular as possible. These friars moving across the street, and wouldn't you know it, they open a florist business. And it's kind of weird because I didn't really know, I'm speaking from the perspective of the wife of the husband of the florist. I didn't really know that friars were necessarily industrious, economically. I thought they sort of lived a life of not poverty, and not poverty, but just they didn't have worldly shit. This is kind of weird. But anyway, the town let it slide, and there we are. There's a flower shop across the street owned by these friars, and the husband and wife go, you know what? It's not a problem. We are the premier florist shop in town. We don't gotta worry about these friars, like whatever. Weeks and months and a year would go by, and they're looking at their sort of annual earnings and doing the numbers, and business hasn't been as great as it has been. And this becomes an issue because our florist, or here we'll say he's the male of the duo, the husband goes, what do I do with it? This is really scary. We're coming on hard times. There's a pandemic, you know? We gotta make sure that we're on top of shit. We can't let these friars take away our business. And so this florist may or may not have come from a certain type of family with certain type of connections, some seedy individuals from certain parts of town that may be into things like organized crime. And so he calls up his nephew. He's got 3 nephews, and he calls the oldest of the brothers. There's Eddie, Tom, and Hugh, okay? So he calls Eddie, who's the youngest one. He says, Eddie, listen, it's your Uncle Florist. I don't know if you've heard about these guys across the street. Let's just say it'd be nice if you could pay him a little visit. Eddie says, you got it, Uncle Florist, I fucking love you. Say no more. And he goes over there one morning, kicks open the door, breaks the door off the hinges, knocks over a flower, a nice potted vase. The vase was in the pot. They're very avant-garde, these friars. He grabs the friar and looks in his beautiful, pious, spiritual eyes, and he lets him go, and he's embarrassed, and he scurries off, ashamed of the havoc that he wrought upon these clearly peaceful men. Uncle Forrest is, needless to say, very disappointed. So he calls Eddie. Eddie, don't be like your younger brother. You know what to do. So Eddie goes there one fine morning. Doesn't have to kick the door in because it's already kicked in. It's already available open. He tried to break the vase pot combo, but it was already broken. He takes some beautiful, expensive other things in whatever a flower shop would involve. Breaks a ton of shit. Takes his friar by his collar and just punches him right in the nose. Breaks it instantly. Blood everywhere. He opens the cash register and he's looking at the cash that they've made. And he says, I can't steal from these people. This would be wrong. And so he has a change of heart. He goes. So this leaves the rule of 3, which includes Uncle Florist calling Hugh. Hugh, I don't know why I didn't call you first. You're the oldest, you're the most experienced. Don't look like your stupid younger brothers. Do me proud, fuck some shit up. Hugh goes over there with a fucking baseball bat. Alright? Like, this is some evil shit. He smashes whatever things that was remaining, breaks all the glass outside, takes the friar who's still down there trying to fix his broken nose, smashes his kneecaps, breaks the fucking, cash register, gets a fucking tank of gas and lights it on fire. Hell is real. It's a madhouse. Days, weeks go by, no one has pressed charges, the fire's gone out. We don't really hear anything. It's kind of strange, it didn't get picked up in the news. It's like as if nothing ever happened. But here's what does happen. Business for the florist and his wife is great again because that store disappears. Never hear from the friars again. And the whole thing just came as quickly, went as quickly as it came. Years later, it's Christmas. The florist is holding his wife by the fire. It's a beautiful Christmas evening, and they're reflecting upon the things that they're so grateful for and the blessings that they've had. And Flora says, I love you so much. I'm so thankful that we have this life together, and that we nearly escaped certain doom in our own business. And then his wife looked in his eyes and said, well, only Hugh can prevent florist fires. Oh, God. I have one more. Do I have one more, or should I get going? Kristen, is it time to go? We got one more meditation. So this guy runs into a friend of his, hasn't seen him in like years. It's been a long, long, long time since they've seen this guy. And he has a double take because he looks at him, and his friend has this like giant orange head.
Yes.
Like a giant, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? See, you must know this guy. So this guy has this fucking massive orange head, okay? Let me explain. His head was massive, and it was orange. Giant orange head. And he's like, what the fuck happened to you, man? What's with the yeah, and Frank goes, okay, I know it's a whole thing. I guess you haven't seen me since, yeah, it's been a few years. Yeah, it's been forever. My God, what the heck happened? It's a whole thing. Do you have time? Yeah, I got time. Which it doesn't go on for a little bit. Okay, well, you know me, man. I love antiques. Yes, I guess I do recall that you had quite a penchant for some old artifacts. And he's like, yeah, well, I made my way to like a trade show, and I was really excited because I have a particular fixation with Middle Eastern relics, things from North Africa, Middle East kind of. I love a lot of the design from that side of the world is my favorite. So I was buying some textiles and some lanterns and some beautiful things. And along with those, I bought like this lamp-looking thing. And you know where this is going, right, bro? I know. So I took it home, and as like a joke, like, rub the lamp, right? Because it's a lamp. And wouldn't you know it, a genie came out. I guess bro, I didn't hear about this. This is extraordinary. Have you told, like, any scientific publication about this? This is a phenomenon. No, I kind of kept it to myself. So anyway, I meet this genie, and apparently the whole three wishes thing is totally real. And so I really went for it. This guy, and the friend is like, okay, well, let's hear about the wishes. Okay, so I don't want to make this longer than it needs to be. My first wish, I asked for like a huge, like a giant house, like a really big house. I wanted to live in a big house. And the friend's like, oh yeah, I heard you moved. I figured you just kind of like smashed it with your job and you just were moving on up. No. That was the genie. I wished for a big house. That's why I live the large lifestyle that I do. That was all wish power. That wasn't any kind of personal, industrious, go get 'em anything. That was a wish. For my second wish, because I know you want to know what that was, I wished for like a beautiful wife. I wanted to be married to like a beautiful woman of my dreams. Oh yeah, that's right. I heard you got married. I'm sorry I didn't make it to the wedding. No, there was no wedding. It was a wish wife, so there was no like ceremony that you could have been a part of. So don't worry about it. You didn't miss anything. We might do a party, but yeah, who knows? It's away from us. It's so much work. Yeah, I get it. So your wife. Yeah, so my wife. So I got my wife in this big, beautiful house, and my whole life was, like better than it was before, and it was really exciting. So what was the third wish? Okay, so I knew you were going to ask that, sorry. So this is where, to be honest, this is where I think I fucked up. For my third wish, I wished that I had like a giant orange head. That's all for me, guys. Thanks so much. Give it up for A.J. Holmes.